season to season. Verdansk will be coming back, but it will be coming back, sometime next year.
Let's go!
I'm gonna love you.
What's going on, boys? It's Clements back on the mic, back with another banger of a video just as Windows pops up for a fucking update. Fuck off. Sorry about that, let me start again. What's going on, boys? It's Clements back on the mic, back with another banger of a video, and this one really is a banger, boys. I'm really excited to be making this video. I've got some really possibly, potentially very exciting news about Verdansk and how it may be returning to Warzone. Maybe not how we think it might return, but there's a good chance it will return. So yeah, if you do want to enjoy this video, let me know by smashing the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So looking on screen right now, boys, as you can see, according to a well-known Twitter page called Call of Duty Warzone News at Warzone Inform, it's a very known Twitter page amongst the community. It's got almost 50k followers at the time of this recording this video, and they post a lot about news and leaks and trailers and updates and all sorts of different bits and bats of information regarding Call of Duty Warzone and just Call of Duty in general. And as you can see on screen, they put out a tweet saying news, Verdansk may be returning. As soon as I read that, I almost started crying. If you're active on the channel, you know me, you know my channel, you know that I just absolutely despise Warzone now. I went from playing it every day to not playing it at all. Caldera fucking reeks anus, and I don't mean female anus, I mean really stinky, rotten male anus. So that's enough about anuses. So yeah, as you can see, they're going to say an Activision employee claimed that Verdansk might return on certain platforms, quote unquote certain platforms, next year. Stay tuned. Okay, so from that, guys, we can basically automatically assume that when they say it might be returning on quote unquote certain platforms next year, that means next gen consoles. Okay, so we have Warzone 2 coming out supposedly around the March time, which is when Warzone did drop for the Modern Warfare 2019. The year after that, during March time, Warzone 1 dropped. So there's a good chance that it will be dropping after Modern Warfare 2 later this year, March next year, 2023. So we've got that to look forward to, and we know that Warzone 2 is only going to be on specific platforms, that being PC and next generation consoles, so your PS5 and your Xbox Series S consoles, Series consoles, sorry. So what this means is that Verdansk could be returning on newer gen consoles. That would definitely boost the player count, because I think Activision have seen the player count dip, and that means that financially they've probably suffered. You know, I think the game has lost its appeal to the majority of people, including myself, because Verdansk has gone on Caldera, which is a pile of fucking stinky shit. I know it's saying Pacific, but it's just the visibility is awful. The colour palette is too vibrant, and usually that would be a good thing, but it just feels like a heavy assault on my retinas and my eyeballs when I play Caldera. It's just absolutely shit. I hate Caldera. That's the reason why I've stopped playing. Warzone Pacific sucks. So you've got visibility issues, you've got the colour palette, which it's just too much for me. I don't know if that's just a me problem. But yeah, it's covered in vegetation, which wouldn't usually be an issue, but you just can't see things. It's far too open. It's very much a half-baked map. It doesn't feel like they've put much effort into Caldera as they did Verdansk. You know, there's loads of open area, guys, so it's almost like they didn't really put the effort in to make more point of views. I don't know, it's just a terrible map, and I know the majority of people do agree with me on that. And you know, they say, oh, we took the community's feedback on board and implemented it into Verdansk, Caldera. Did they? Fuck, that's a load of shit. Okay, I don't buy that for 1 second, because players used to complain about for example, unclimbable hills. You know, you can't mantle and climb hills, and there's more hills and mountains than ever on Caldera. I understand it's a Pacific themed map, so of course it's going to have, you know, lots of terrain and stuff, but it's just unbearable. I've encountered more unclimbable hills and mountains on Caldera than I have Verdansk. So it's like, where have they implemented the feedback there? They haven't at all. It's complete shit. I don't buy it for 1 second. Nothing good has come out of Caldera. Now, I went off on a little bit of a tangent there, really sorry about that, but I just hate Caldera with a passion. I love Warzone. I love Verdansk with a passion, and Warzone. I fell in love with it when Verdansk was around, so I feel very passionate about it. I've lost that passion recently, but since I've heard this news, you know, I'm really buzzing about it, and I had to get on and make a video whilst I'm feeling this way, because it just makes me so happy to think that Verdansk could possibly come back. I mean, take this with a pinch of salt, guys, because at the end of the day, it is all leaks and rumours and stuff, so nothing is confirmed. But I'd say that there is a very, very good chance, guys, that Verdansk could be coming back on next-gen platforms with Warzone 2. I don't see them doing it for Warzone 1, because ultimately they will want Warzone 1 to gradually die as Warzone 2 drops and Modern Warfare 2 comes out later this year. So they'll probably halt and probably stop all updates for Warzone 1, which is completely understandable from a business point of view. Next gen consoles, believe it or not, have been out for 2 or 3 years now, even though stock is still pretty low for them. And not only this, guys, there's been a lot of news and leaks and rumours circulating around the internet, in particular Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter, guys. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, definitely do so. Link is down below. But apparently other Activision employees or some sort of developer at Raven or Infinity Ward have discussed and always been quite open about map rotation, much like there's map rotation in Apex Legends and stuff like that. How there's every few hours or every few days. I'm not entirely sure how it works. I've never really played Apex Legends. It's not really appealed to me. It seems quite complicated, but it is a very popular game, and they do have map rotations. I think it's every few hours. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, so they have a map rotation. So the game is going to feel fresh every few hours if you're constantly circulating and rotating maps in and out of the servers for people to play. It must be a load of fun. And I think that's what Warzone Pacific is missing, and that's what's ultimately killed Warzone. I think because it doesn't have a map rotation, it kind of sucks, because we're basically forced into playing Caldera. There should have been some sort of map rotation going on there. So we had a new map to play, that's great, but if we want to go back and play Verdansk, for example, if we don't like the Caldera map, like the majority of people, we have the option to go back and play Verdansk. You know, that should have been an option from the day one of Warzone Pacific, but unfortunately it hasn't been. And apparently, according to the same developers and Activision employees, that is a hardware limitation on the Modern Warfare engine, because obviously Warzone is not its own app. It is very much linked with Modern Warfare still. This then holding Warzone back, essentially, because it relies on Modern Warfare's engine. You know, the Warzone 2, I'm pretty sure, is going to be its own application, meaning it's not going to be linked to Modern Warfare 2 at all. This opens doors and just basically gets rid of all limitations that were present with Warzone 1. So that then meaning that a map rotation is very much possible and pretty viable from Activision's point of view, from a business point of view. You know, and if the developers want it, then I think it's definitely going to be a possibility, especially with next-gen consoles now. There's no reason for them not to add map rotation. I think that would honestly bring back a lot of players, because then they have the option to play Verdansk whenever they want or every few hours, you know, and it'll just keep the game fun, more engaging, and yeah, make old OG players such as myself return to the game. Let's just face it, boys, map rotation in Warzone would have been the best thing. It would have been the best thing for everybody, and if they were constantly adding new maps to that rotation, and they won every year, much like they did with Verdansk 84, and they brought Rebirth in, you know, it would be brilliant. That's basically it, guys. I'm very much more energetic and excited in this video, because I used to love Warzone so much, and ever since Warzone Pacific, it's just been an absolute mess. It's been on a massive decline for the majority of the community. Honestly, I would love to see the player counts on Warzone. It's a free-to-play game, so it's always going to have a player count, but you know, that player count is almost definitely dipped due to Warzone Pacific, because it was a buggy, horrible, tragic mess from launch, and then, you know, that's drove a lot of players away from day one, because it shouldn't have been released in that state. And then maybe players have come back, like myself, and just played the map, and whilst it's working, it's still a piece of shit, because the map design is awful. The map is horrible. Even pro players and very popular Twitch streamers or YouTube streamers were saying, look, this map is shit, and they just quit Warzone and moved on to other games such as Fortnite, Apex Legends, and just any other game but Warzone. Trust me, guys, if Rebirth wasn't a thing, wasn't in Warzone, it would be 6 feet under by now. Rebirth Island is carrying Warzone, carrying it. It just really saddens me to see what Warzone has become, because it's just absolute trash now. And yeah, for Verdansk to come back, whether that's in Warzone 1, which is highly unlikely, but whether it's in Warzone 1 or Warzone 2 next year, I'm just buzzing, honestly. I know this is leaks and rumours, and I'm probably getting myself hyped up for nothing and setting myself up for disappointment, as MJ says in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Expect disappointment and you will never get disappointed.
At the end of the day, guys, like I've said, this is only leaks and rumours, so take it with a grain of salt, but I think there's a very solid chance this could happen. It makes sense from a business point of view, from pretty much everyone's point of view. The developers want it, Activision will want it because it'll, you know, bring back players, that them making them more moolah, which is all they really give a shit about, let's be honest. So if it's going to make them more money, why wouldn't they take the opportunity? And there's going to be no limitations with Warzone 2 whatsoever. We've got next-gen consoles, we've got 4K support, 120 FPS, we've got consoles that are practically PCs. Gaming in terms of hardware capabilities across every single platform going right now is at its best. Activision will want this, developers want this, and most importantly, guys, the community wants this. Why wouldn't this happen?
I am on my fucking knees. Please, Activision, please bring back this goated, OG, beautiful map.
So that's basically all I've got for you guys today. I had to let this all out all in one 10-minute video because, you know, I'm really, really excited for the future of Warzone. And Warzone is going to become its own separate app. So yeah, the future is looking bright, guys. I'm very, very excited for Verdansk to return. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. So yeah, I've been Clements. You guys have been absolutely awesome. As always, I am fucking buzzing, lads. I can't wait. Yeah, subscribe, like, peace out, and take care.